If you clicked on this video, you're going to a wedding soon and you don't want to get kicked out. So let's talk about some of the unsaid wedding rules. We are going to be talking about some of the unsaid wedding rules. I am going to be giving you the essential guide to not get prematurely kicked out of your friends or even your siblings' wedding. This way, you will be able to party for the whole entire reception and have a great time. I promise that if you watch the entire video, and you will be able to spot wedding faux pas from a mile away. Tip number 1, if there is no dress code, that doesn't mean get adventurous with your outfit and try something daring that you probably shouldn't experiment with at your friend's wedding. What I like to do, if there isn't a dress code, is to dress according to the season. If it's spring, go with pastels. If it's the fall, go with more muted tones. When you are picking out your outfit, try to avoid any bright or even neon colors. That way you are not distracting in the photos that they take. Don't choose any type of dresses or outfits that have any big patterns or bold patterns on them. I think the next thing that is really important is don't dress like you are the center of attention, because truthfully, you're not. That day is all about the bride and the groom. You are there as a guest to support them. If the couple hasn't provided a dress code, then you can totally just reach out to them and ask them what their expectations are for the day. Tip number 2, don't wear the wedding colors if you're not in the wedding party. This might seem kind of a weird thing. You might not have heard of that before, but the people who are in the wedding party are supposed to wear those colors so they do stand out from the crowd. The only time that it is acceptable to wear the wedding colors if you're not in the wedding party is if the bride and groom ask you to. Sometimes the bride and groom will ask all of the guests to wear the wedding colors, and that is totally okay and acceptable. The third tip, I cannot stress it enough, is do not wear white to a wedding. Yes, white is a wedding color, and all of the brides do wear white. But as a guest, if you wear white, that is kind of giving the middle finger to the bride and the groom and saying, hey, no, this day is about me and everyone should be looking at me instead of you, even though it's not about you. The most frustrating thing from a bride's perspective is if guests or even family members decide to wear white. It is the rudest thing anyone can possibly do, because it takes attention away from the bride and it makes the day all about them, even though obviously it's not their wedding. The color white is supposed to symbolize this beautiful union between this man and this woman becoming a family together. If you truly care about the couple that is getting married, you're not going to try and distract from their special day. The couple has specifically asked you to, or it is for the dress code, is black. Black symbolizes mourning, and if you wear that to their wedding, you are showing that you don't support them and that their marriage is an unhappy affair and that you think of them as dead. The last color you should avoid wearing to a wedding is red. You may be thinking, why not? Red is a beautiful color. People wear red to weddings all the time. Okay, that is absolutely true. But there is meaning behind a woman wearing red to a wedding. It means that you slept with the groom. And that's not the message you want to come across. I mean, unless it's true and that's why you're showing up to the wedding, but I wouldn't try and ruin their special day for them. A couple things you should wait to do until after the bride and groom have done them is eat the dessert. You should not start eating the cake or cut into it until after the bride and groom have cut the cake and, you know, fed it to each other and done all that ooey gooey mushy stuff. Just don't. Just wait. I know you're hungry. I know you have that sweet tooth, but you can wait a couple more minutes. That's not a big deal. Another thing you should wait to do is posting pictures on social media. The bride and groom should be the first ones to post photos of their special day. There are a couple big no-nos for weddings. First, if there is alcohol that is served at a wedding, don't be too indulgent and don't get too drunk. First, you're gonna say and do stupid things that you will most likely regret. And second, you could puke at the wedding and you don't wanna make an embarrassment of yourself there. Another thing you shouldn't do is be too early or too late. Receptions and weddings have a very strict schedule and you should abide by that. If the bride and groom have not said you can bring a +1, don't bring a random date that they've never met before. If you're married, that is absolutely different and it is expected you bring them. A faux pas that will most definitely get you kicked out is if you start talking about the couple's exes at the wedding to their friends and their family members. This day is not about their past mistakes or people that they used to date. It's about the here and now and who they are going to spend their forever with. You should not give random speeches at their wedding unless the couple has specifically asked you to. The final thing that you should most definitely not do at the wedding is to not follow the seating chart. If there is a seating chart and the couple has put in the time and effort to create it, you should do it. Okay guys, that is it for today. We have talked about a lot of different wedding faux pas that can get you kicked out. Just remember at the next wedding that you're attending that the wedding is all about the bride and groom and what they are celebrating. If you've liked these tips so far, be sure to subscribe and click the bell for future notifications.